Yes, 2-0 win at home to Everton. We're the Man United agenda. I'm joined by OMONDI and Stuart Marshall and Zico Kahinde, and we are discussing the post-match show. Welcome, guys, to the Man United agenda. Yes, Stuart Marshall's just arrived on time, just like Ericsson coming back today. We love this game. 2-0 win for Man United today. Just a quick intro, guys. I haven't seen you for a while, Stuart. Welcome back to the Man United agenda. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, thanks, mate. You?
Yeah, really good. Look, you got a bit of a suntan.
I've been working outside all day, mate.
Okay. Lovely day today, isn't it? And a lovely result for Man United. How you doing, Kahinde? Did you enjoy the game?
Yeah, really enjoyed it. It's very good tempo, good pace of the game, and the result is what I expected.
You know what I really love about days like today? It's a great day to play football. I mean, when you see how beautiful it is outside, and then you go and see the pitch. I was looking at these guys thinking, you're so lucky to be a pro footballer, playing on a carpet like that in front of thousands of fans, and it's a beautiful day, and it's an Ole day, which we kind of played today. I really enjoyed watching that today. It's like one of those old school FA Cup finals. Beautiful day, and and we got the points as well. Anyway, we're going in. First thing first, team selection. And we're not talking about the performance of guys, but just talk about the team selection. What's the manager thinking? We were trying to work out all week what team he would play. He had De Gea in goal. Wan-Bissaka came back in. Stuart, any issue? Like, he was ill, wasn't he, Wan-Bissaka? Are you pleased to see him?
Yeah, I thought he played really well today on Monday, to be honest.
Not talking about performances. Talking about team selection.
No, I mean, yeah, I would have started Wan-Bissaka in front of Diego Dalot all day long. So yeah, good choice from the manager today.
Coming to centre-backs, to a centre-back. Kahinde, you're centre-back. What are you thinking about Maguire coming in today? Because you haven't been seen for a while. Were you surprised by that? Varane wasn't playing?
No, I thought it was a good call. I thought, obviously, Varane, he's obviously need to be rested for, preparation for next week. And it was a game that Maguire could come into easily. It was a good call from Ten Hag to put him in the team.
Okay.
Wasn't much threat, really, to be honest.
The obvious change, obviously, we know Shaw was injured. He was out, so Malacia came in. In midfield, it was McTominay and Sabitzer started. Stuart, what do you think about that? Would you put Fred in to start? I mean, what other options do we really have?
No, I think it was the right call starting with McTominay. Obviously, he's been on form in Scotland, and I think it was a good choice. Sabitzer's been steady, so yeah, I mean, we're down to bare bones with Casemiro, but he's back next week against Seville, so yeah, all good.
And coming to the front four, I mean, Bruno played. That was an obvious one. Rashford, Anthony, and Sancho. Sancho started again. A lot of people seem to write in Sancho off, Zico, don't you think? Do you think you'll be surprised to see him back in? Because he started the other day. He started 2 games in a row now. Does that suggest that he's getting on side now with the manager, and the manager feels all his past issues are done?
I think the manager obviously sees the potential in him. He gave him that time off during the season, and he's been very encouraging about his return. And I expected him to start today because I did say that the team that beat Brentford should start again today, and I think it was practically the same team apart from the right back. So
okay.
Yeah.
We'll say hi to Emma. Everyone give Emma a wave. She said, glory, Man United, and the hallelujah of hands. And Ed Mayhem, how you doing, Ed? Ed, you got my message. I hope you got my message in on Twitter. There you go. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Maybe I haven't checked. Maybe you've messaged me back. I'm not sure yet. But, guys, we're going into the performance, obviously, today. I thought it was a good performance, especially the first half. What a game. A couple of things I want you guys to figure out here. Before the show, we talked about breaking the press because Sean Dyche comes with a different new style with Everton. He pressures you quite high at the pitch. We're a team playing out for the back who've got a few issues, and I think that was something that we had to encounter today, and I think we solved that puzzle. Don't you think? But anyway, let's talk about performance before we go into that. First half, man, I really enjoyed the first half. So many opportunities, so many things to talk about. Let's start in the second minute. Sabitzer got the ball rolled into him, turned and shot in the box, and then we had Maguire in the 7th minute, made a really good clearance, and then Rashford got played through, and then a one-on-one with Pickford. This is the first of many one-on-ones with Pickford. It was like a personal battle out there. Let's talk about the first half. Kinde, what did you notice about the first half, especially around the press? How Everton pressed high to try to stop us from playing out. How did we counter that?
I think the key was Bruno dropping deep into the midfield, the 8 position, because he was able to just pick out these long passes, like one touch, 1-2 touch, bang. And we were able to break the press by doing that. He played Rashford in a couple of times. A couple of times, Anthony got played in. So it's like Bruno and Martinez were able to do these long balls, breaking the press and hitting them on the counter. And it was working every time. Just the, I don't want to say long ball, but it worked, yeah.
Anything to add to that, Stuart, about breaking his press? Because Everton tried to stop us from playing out from the back. Do you agree with Kinde there that we like Bruno dropping deeper? He's saying then we were able to play long balls out over the top.
Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, Bruno and McTominay bossed the midfield, didn't they, the first half, and 21 shots on target, more than any other team in the Premiership this season, which just goes to show, in my opinion, we need a striker. We need a number 9 bad.
Okay, I'm really impressed by that. I thought even De Gea, there was one time we had a goal kick and De Gea just smashed it all the way over the top, beat everybody, and Everton had to turn around and say, oh God, let's get back. You know, well done to Gea for that one, I must say. Just got to go through a couple of comments here. Guys, we talk about the first half here, especially. Big up to Bath Time with Vaughan. He said, now that's a back line I wouldn't want to face. This is a back three with Stuart sweeping and me and Kinde marking. Is that right? Is that how it'd be? Especially at our age. You got more legs than us, Stuart, I'd say. And then we got Bath Time saying, how do we get on with the Bohemian philosophy on Monday? I don't know what that's about, Bohemian. Is that something to do with that film? What's the film? God, what's that film called? I'm supposed to watch. I forget now. Anthony Herbert, how you doing? Happy birthday, Anthony Herbert, for the other day. Big up to you. Said big up, guys, for the win. I have to say, Maguire was strong at the back. I was just talking backstage with Kinde about this. I'll show you Ian, but I thought Maguire was outstanding today and a leader of men. And yeah, brilliant performance by him. Big up to G Wolf. Everyone subscribe to G Wolf Gaming. He says, yo, panel, how you all doing? We're brilliant. And a brilliant performance, he's saying today. G Wolf, I'm glad you saw that, man. I thought it was outstanding today, especially in the first half. It's good to get a win on a sunny day like that. And put our feet up now and over to everyone else to go and perform, you know? Big up G Wolf, man. Boxer saying, great win. Shame we can't finish our dinner. Which means, what's that mean, finish our dinner?
Can't score.
Yes. Everyone, I love that term. I love it. Sancho was pivotal in breaking that press. Says Shopping Solutions. Interested in that. Staggered midfield 3, winning dead duels is how you beat the press. There you go from Bath Time midfield. I said Bath Time with Vaughan, sorry. And another championship performance from McTominay, G Wolf. Now, we were talking yesterday about McTominay. People say he's playing the Scottish Prem. He doesn't score goals. He should be a championship player, all that kind of thing. But Ed Mayhem saying McTominay was okay today. I thought he'd done really well. G Wolf saying, how did you rate Mac average? Yes, he scored, but overall he needs to go, in my opinion. What's yours? We're going to touch on that when we go through the players' ratings. Shopping Solution saying, everyone played well today. I left the game satisfied. We certainly did. I thought Malacia was a bit below standard of the rest, but still a good performance, said Bath Time. And Emma Kay saying, I really enjoyed Bruno playing deeper. Good spot. Everyone's spotting this. And Sabitzer being a bit more attacking. And with Sancho and Anthony on the wings, really allowed us to play the pressing game. Really good stuff. And I hope you guys tuned in to watch along. Mr. B was watching with his son, and they had he's saying great result, guys. So, yeah, Everton had a good chance with Sims. Do you remember when they got played in? They played little few 1-2s down the right-hand side, and then got played in, and Sims had more time than he realised. And it's not boring. It's not that boring, is it, Kinde?
No. Carry on.
You're yawning in my face, you know. Come on. I'm going to leave you out. You want to sleep, have a little nap. I'm going to talk to Stuart. Stuart, what do you think about that chance? What do you think about that chance? Were we sleeping like Kinde there? Because things got in to goal quite easily.
He should have scored. He just dragged it wide, didn't he? But happy days. Luckily he did. So, yeah, all good.
What do you think of Sims? What do you think of him? He's sort of come on the scene lately.
I don't know nothing about him. I know the Sims the game, but that's about it.
He's a big, strong guy, though, isn't he? When I was looking at him, I was looking up to. It's like the other day, Kinde was playing centre back, and he's a big guy, and they had a striker come on. And I was suddenly thinking, oh my God, this guy's bigger than my brother. You know, I was thinking, I filmed it. I think this is a good battle, and it looked like that with Sims against Maguire because Maguire's a big guy, and Sims were like wider, more chest than him, and he's fast as well. Big unit to deal with. So Sims, I thought, was a bit of he scored a great equalising goal the other day against Chelsea. I think it was when he rolled their centre back Koulibaly and showed his power and strength to get away from him. So I thought that was an interesting battle today. But yeah, he had a good chance, and I think with his right foot, he should have just. When you're pro, man, you got to bury that in the corner. I thought that was a great opportunity. He probably had more time than expected, but that was probably the only lapse. Was that right, Kinde, for us?
Yeah, I thought that was a bit of a lapse. It was a bit of a wake-up call. I was a bit anxious. I mean, like, it was 1-0 for quite a long time, and I thought if Everton get a goal here, because I think Wan-Bissaka had a good chance when it hit the post and it rebounded to him. I think he might have saw it late. It was practically an open goal. I think Rashford's 1-on-1 he should have buried that, definitely.
How many? I mean, which one are you talking about?
Yeah. There was one where he just hit it right against the keeper, but there was one came over the top, and I think he tried to hit it under Pickford, and Pickford was on form, but I just think, you know, from the chances we had today, it concerns me a little bit. We need to just bury those chances and put the game away, you know.
Same old story, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
So you agree with that?
Yeah.
You agree with that, Stuart, about the chances we had? Do you think we get a bit?
It's the same old story, Monday. I mean, we get so many chances, chance after chance, and then you're 1-0 up, and then teams come back and equalise. Obviously, didn't today, but this is where we need a clinical number 9 who can bury these chances and get games won with half hour to go or something, so we can make changes. You know.
Yeah, most certainly. And that's a bit frustrating when Rashford gets injured like that. We talk about that later. But you think, oh, like you're saying, if we were 2-3 up, we could have rested Rashford, dragged him off a bit earlier, and saved us the trouble now. G-Wolf was saying Bruno played the quarterback role today, dictated the play. Yeah, Bruno playing deeper. Definitely that was noticeable. Emma's picked that out, Bath time as well, and Kahinde. I enjoyed that. I think his starting position is good from there. Bath time, do you think we will see the fabled front line of Martial, McTominay, and Anthony for the rest of the season? That's a no from the panel. Hopefully not, says Vaughan. Vaughan says Box. We've got Box saying rather see Rashford, Martial, and Palestri. If Rashford's okay, hopefully he gets better soon. Everyone, big up Yasin. He's saying, hello everyone, first time on the channel. Huge Barcelona fan. We knocked you out earlier in the season, but good luck. I think Barcelona are going to win the league, aren't they, in the Liga this season?
Yeah.
Even though Real Madrid knocked them out of the cup the other day, but Barcelona, you're on the rise, just like Man United, and hopefully we'll see you in the Champions League next season. Big up to Barcelona fan Yasin. G-Wolf's responding, saying, Bath time, you know how to make me sick, don't you? We've got Rashford might be out from Bath time, that's true. Minimum 4 weeks for groin. Don't want to hear that. Play Sancho on the left wing, Martial down the middle with Palestri on the right wing, says Box. We'll talk about that very soon. Just put McSauce up front, says Emma. Big up, love from Turkey. So Yasin's coming all the way from Turkey. Lovely weather over there. It's big holidays destinations now. Looks like Stuart's been in Turkey the way he's been working outside. Bath time saying I'll be pretty happy with that. I felt Sancho didn't show enough today. Oh, come on. But it's very encouraging performance. More, please. All right, fair enough. He's not being too brutal. McTominay will be wasted at number 9. We need the source in midfield. He should have subbed Rashford instead of Sancho, says Michael. In hindsight, obviously, because Rashford got injured. And Boxer saying here, Yasin, support Man United. We bring great football and trophies. All right. We loads of chances in the first half. McTominay played in by Rashford. Another ball over the top. Then the goal came eventually. I mean, do you want me to talk through the goal? Then we just discuss it? Because the goal scorer was someone that, when we were on the show, Column said, Mac average. He's not very good. He scores on international football. But then he goes and scores today for Man United. There was a bit of we were camped outside their box, passing it around, looking for openings. And then Sancho played a lovely ball into McTominay, who sort of went on the blind side of a few defenders and actually showed Rashford and co how to finish their dinner, as they say. What do you think about that goal?
Yeah, it was good, man, because he like you just said, the forward guys were not finishing their dinner, and he had to come up and just be clinical, blast it low and hard, Pickford didn't even see it. I don't think. I think it was like went to the near post. But what an assist by Sancho! Someone said something about Sancho earlier. Like he made the goal. It's his creativity. You know, if you don't see him like blazing down the wing or whatever, everyone thinks he's playing bad. But he's an intelligent player.
Vision, eyes, slows the game down, brings people into play. That's what I love about him. I don't know what people expect from him, but this is the player he is. And he put him in positions like that.
This is what he's doing at Dortmund. Yeah, the same sort of thing.
Out. Yeah, for sure. And you notice as well, after a while, people don't rush into him. You don't rush him because you know you're going to get twist up or something, or he's just going to pass it around you. Now, talk about that goal. Can we just big up Stuart? Are you a fan of Sancho? What do you think about the vision to bring? Also, McTominay's movement. He didn't stand still. He went for that as well. Blindsided defender.
I mean, the thing with Sancho, my flag's falling down. The thing with Sancho at Dortmund, he was exceptional, wasn't he? And the Bundesliga is totally different than the Premiership. But I still got faith that it'll come good. He's got so much more to offer, and hopefully that will come in the not distant future.
Yeah. I want to just big up Malacia as well, because he got a few pelters in the comments. He played a lovely ball from left back into Anthony over the top, and Anthony got in with twice. He was 1-on-1 with the keeper. Do you think this is down to the keeper making brilliant saves, or do you think we should be more clinical, Stuart?
More clinical. I mean, Anthony could have had a hat-trick, couldn't he, in the first half?
Yeah.
Yeah, more clinical. I mean, they were saves that a keeper of Pickford's experience should be making, but we should have had 2 or 3 in the first half easily, I thought.
All right, let's keep talking points. Yeah, I mean, the second half, obviously, we scored the goal in the second half. Martial coming on. Martial came on for Anthony, and he got played in a ball over the top again. This time from Bruno. Coleman slipped, and Rashford squared it for Martial. Really easy goal, but not greedy, not selfish, and probably realised he wasn't finished his dinner, so he spoon-fed Martial for this one. And beautiful. I mean, this is what we love to see. Very simple goals, but once again, the ball over the top. What was that specially for today? Was that something that would have been sort of planned to be playing these sort of balls over the top all the time?
I don't think so. No, not at all. But I mean, the De Gea's kicking was so much better today than what it has been. Well, not just this season, but in the past. So that might be something to do with it as well. Okay,
so that's the second half. Any more incidents? I don't really think there's much more to talk about performance-wise in the second half. But just going to go through a few comments because we want to interact with these guys. Tell me what you think here, because Bath Time's saying Sancho and Malacia did lose the ball more than anyone else and gave away stupid free kicks to Coleman over and over again. Comments?
Everyone lost the ball because it was a high-tempo game. Everyone lost it and then got it back again and lost it. It was one of those games, but so I'm not going to point them out.
Okay.
I thought Malacia was maybe a little bit off the pace. He grew into the game afterwards, but he hasn't played for a while, so I'm not going to...
Okay, what about this one from Emma K? She's saying, I really like Sancho's performance. He was up and down the whole time, especially when he got fouled. He thought it was a free kick, and then suddenly the play played on, and he had to get up quickly and style it out and get the ball cage. But he said, got more infield and linked up as such. Any comment on that, Stuart, about Sancho?
I think Sancho played well today. Totally agree with what Emma says there. Like I said to you previously on Monday, he's still got so much more in his locker, but let's hope it does come in time.
Okay. I just think with Sancho, to get the best out of him, depends who he plays with. He needs to be playing. When he was playing with Haaland, that was a striker that's made those runs, made it easy for him. If we get a striker like that, just break the lines, pace, power, you'll see a lot more assists from Sancho, a lot more creativity.
De Gea is now leading the Golden Glove race, says Box. I love Martial so much this Bath Time, and Eriksen staying fit will dramatically improve us. These are talking points we want to go into very soon. Michael saying, well done, guys. Keep this going. Man United on the rise. Big up to Michael, man. Thank you so much. Emma's saying here, it's football Bath Time. Losing the ball is normal, and people been saying Sancho's too soft. So I don't see anything wrong with giving away a few free kicks. Rafinha and Anthony's attitude are the same. You know, Rafinha used to play for Leeds, now Barcelona. This is from Barcelona fan, all the way from Turkey. Yasin, how you doing, Yasin? Says they both hate to be substituted and finished the 90 minutes. You see him, he's sitting on the steps. He wanted the cameras to catch him being disappointed, I reckon. Bartram saying it's where they lost. It's where they lost the ball. That's important, not the fact that they lost the ball, which is a good point. G Wolf is saying, hold on, didn't McAverage need Coleman and kick the ball at him? We saw that, that little incident there. Bit of a I like that. I like the rough stuff. Sancho is positive, bright today. I think because I know his potential, plus the ability he's shown previously. Feeling underwhelmed with Sancho is normal at the moment. Next season, I think he finally shine. Really good comments there from Box, our very own Box. Bath time, just helping get back and defend. I'm not that fussed. Emma and Bath time going at it. He twisted his knee. He kneed him twice, so he said G Wolf. That was McTominay on Coleman, wasn't it? Yeah, it was class. And Mapai came on and shoved Martinez. That's all he did. Martinez shoved him back, did he? He shoved him first. Did you think Maguire got away with an early pen? No, hands on both players. Now, do you remember that? Because Gray went through. And he tried to take on Maguire. Maguire put hands on him. This is something you do a lot, Kinde. You always put hands on people in the box. And surprised you don't get penalties taken against you. Do you remember that incident when Gray went? What do you think? First of all, was it a penalty? And what else can you do as defender? Is that a slide thing to do? Should you make it more disguised?
Because there's VAR, you would see clearly it's not a penalty because Gray put his hands over him as well. So it's just like a 50-50. But if it was a thing where Maguire's put his hands on him, knocked him down, didn't get the ball, then it would look like a clear penalty. But it was just like a tussle for the ball. It's just yeah.
But Gray kind of knocked it past him, and Gray would have.
Yeah, but if you see,
as he turned like that, Maguire's actually
Gray's hand came across Maguire first.
Okay, I have to recheck that. If you're saying that,
yeah.
But as a defender, you're defending. We always talk about this. Yeah. You're putting hands on a man in box. You do that a lot because you're physical. You do that a lot. So isn't that dangerous? Because I think you should, if you disguise it better. I think you and Maguire don't disguise it that good. You're like, right, I'm putting my hands on you. Because you're so big, it's like, there's an impact. So sometimes you have to be disguised like that. Go that way, but just put your hand in them in a bit more disguise.
He didn't give a penalty. He's never given me a penalty against me.
I know, you're very lucky. There's no VAR at our level. What do you think about it, Stuart? Stuart, you're a striker, and if you're going through like Gray and you get hands on you, if Gray would have went down, it could be a penalty, don't you think? If he got an issue there with that putting hands on people?
But it wasn't a penalty. But if he would have gone down, then I think VAR might have given it, but it's done now, isn't it? So.
But I think going forward, this has been an issue for me for a long time. Maguire always has to have a feel of someone to feel safe. I'm feeling you, You're not going to roll me. I'm going to touch you. Even in the box, when the big guy's running through a couple of times on corners, he's putting hands on guys. Now, if he's playing abroad, these guys are a bit more savvy. They would go down, and it could cause question marks about penalties. So I just think there's got to be a way. If you look at other players, other good defenders, there's got to be a way where you can do it. What I tend to do is put my elbow, I stand like that, or I sort of talking like that, so my elbows are near them, so they think twice about trying to get past. Or if they do get past me, I touch them once, but a big touch, and run and look that way. There's a different way of doing things, I think. But if you blatantly just go bam, you're asking for trouble. So I think that's a good discussion there, guys. Emma saying Gray also hit Malacia right in front of the linesman. He should have had a yellow for that. Barstow saying Sancho lost the ball for that one, by the way. Okay, backing up his reasoning for Sancho. Malacia reminds me of early Raphael and Fabio. Remember those twins? Barstow saying I wouldn't have complained if that was given soft, but you can't have your hands on players. It's so true. No family tips about man-on-man defending, please. Again, Jumas, that's for me and you, Kinde. And there was one or no yellow cards given today. Ref didn't want to do the paperwork. And no yellows. Yeah, it must be a record. Is that true? There's no yellow. Do you recall any yellow cards or anything?
No bookings today.
Okay, it could have been. But anyway, let's go to player performances, because what I want to talk about in real detail is Eriksen's return, Rashford's injury, Maguire's return, because I thought he played outstanding, and Wan-Bissaka as well coming in, because there's a lot of talk about transfers, about getting another right back in, but we're seeing Wan-Bissaka sort of play pretty well today. All right, guys in the comments, hope you're with us still. What do you think about this? Here we go. De Gea and the back four. I'm going to say Maguire coming back in. This is my key focus is Maguire. Everyone else played all right. Maguire was man of the match for me. Outstanding. Didn't put a foot wrong. Even sorting out Martinez's mistakes, which is usually the other way around. I don't care what anyone says. I watched him in detail today. I know he put hands on man. He does that a lot. That's the only thing I can say as a slight negative, but he got away with it. I thought Maguire won all his headers, intercepted the ball, passing was decent as well. I can't fault him today, and I thought he's the best player for Man United on the pitch. Obviously, other guys have got a higher level and they're doing what they do, like Bruno and other guys. But I just thought Maguire was just like, for everything he's been through, to see him step up and do a performance like that, it gives me confidence to say that guy is still. That's why he's probably England's number one. He's still got a lot of character. And I think we might miss him when he's gone. It's one of those ones where you might miss Maguire when he's gone, like we missed him against Villarreal in that cup final. It's one of those ones. I just think it's all right giving someone pelters, but once they're out of there and you think, bloody hell, we're not winning our headers. Bloody hell, we're struggling here. He's the sort of guy who just consistently does his job over and over again. Maguire, for me, man of the match, gets 8 out of 10. But the other guys are okay. You said today's kicking was all right. I'll go along with that. So that's my defense. Pretty good. Malacia, I understand what they're saying in the comments, but I thought he played well. I'll give him about 6 or 7. But for me, Maguire is a number 8 out of 10. Really good performance and solid. Defense, Kehinde.
Yeah, the hair because of his kick and all that. I thought give him 7. I thought he did well. Maguire, I would have said 7. Martinez 7. Malacia 6. Wan-Bissaka 7. But I really liked Martinez's performance. I know he gave the ball away, but it's just when you watch him, everything is the plays. He dictates everything from the back. His calmness on the ball, and it's just because I don't know if you notice when McTominay plays, he's not a CDM that will drop deep to come and receive it. So Martinez is the one having to look to get the pass, spray the passes, and his composure is on point. So his pass percentage was higher than Maguire's. I know Maguire might not have given it away, but he gets more ball retention. So I have to give Martinez a bit ahead of Maguire, 7.5. But I like what you're saying because Maguire, I still think he's a top quality centre back. I think to get the best out of him, he's got to play with a partner who's got a bit of pace like Martinez. And I wouldn't want us to sell him because if Varane gets injured like he normally does, I think Maguire's the guy to step in. So I want him to keep him at Man United next season, definitely.
Before we come to Stuart, because you're talking about the defence, I also want you guys to touch on Wan-Bissaka. We've been looking at right-backs, thing from Leverkusen. It's like that's a major issue. Oh, God, we need a right-back. But we've got 2 right-backs who are pretty decent. Both had runs in the team this season. Wan-Bissaka's come back in. Bath time saying here, Wan-Bissaka was really good today, to be honest, but we need to swap him or Dalot for me. So what do you think about the defence and the goalkeeper, Stuart? And what do you think about that Wan-Bissaka issue? Sorry, Zico.
Can I just touch on Wan-Bissaka? Because I thought... So, for me personally, I've seen Frimpong. He looks like a really good attacking right-back. But I think for the balance of the team, we should just keep Wan-Bissaka and Dalot because Dalot's the attacking one. Wan-Bissaka's more the defensive one. And his performances, Wan-Bissaka, I think... Judging on his performances this season, he deserves to stay. He's been playing really well. So I think it's a good balance between them two, a good battle, just like we got Shaw and Malacia on the left back. Wan-Bissaka and Dalot, I think Dalot is a very good attacking right back. I don't think we should buy another one and sell him.
Okay. Over to you, Stuart. Defence, score them. And talk about specifically Wan-Bissaka, what Kehinde was saying about whether we should sell him or Dalot, and talk about Maguire coming back in the side again, because these are 2 big talking points today.
I mean, Wan-Bissaka has been exceptional since he's come back in, hasn't he, to be honest. Dalot started very strong this season, but he's sort of, last few weeks, he's sort of fizzled out a little bit. So if I was going to keep either, I'd keep Wan-Bissaka. Because what I've heard about Frimpong, apparently we are going to get him this season. So there's no room for free right-backs, is there? Harry Maguire today, hands up, and a very, very, very solid game. Passes the ball like Paul Scholes back in his heyday, sprays it out, doesn't he? 30-yard balls.
Go ahead, I love it.
It was Everton, and to be honest, they didn't offer much up front, did they, today? If that was someone else, it might have been a bit different. De Gea, again, like I've reiterated earlier, his kicking was good today. Martinez was solid. But like I said, Everton didn't offer much up front at all, did they?
Okay. go to midfield now. The midfield two started with Sabitzer with McTominay, and McTominay scored a goal. Stay with you, Stuart, on this one. Sabitzer, McTominay. How do you think they performed? And with the absence of Casemiro, do you think any of them stepped up and said, "Okay, I'm here. You can rely on me"? Because that was the manager was saying in the press conference before the game. He said, "People, we need to have consistency. People to rely on you." And I think even Pep said that the other day. He talked about Kyle Walker. Pep's gone to sort of like a back three with Stones going into midfield when they got the ball, and there's no room for Kyle Walker at the moment. But he also said, I don't want anyone complaining. You should go get on with your game, and you might get opportunity, coming forward. So you see that with Pep's team. Grealish is in sometime in favour, gets his head down and gets back in. Do you think the same applies with us in midfield? Do you think these guys have shown that they deserve to be considered now? Two performances.
I mean, with Sabitzer, I think the jury's still out on him. I mean, to be honest, he's solid. He give you a 7 out of 10 every game, OMONDI. He has got a lot of goals in his locker. Will we see that before? Well, will we sign him on a permanent deal? I'm not so sure. But McTominay today was man of match for me. He was outstanding, I thought. And I'm not Scott McTominay's biggest fan, far from it. But I thought he was outstanding today. Not just the goal, the finish, his hold-up play, his tracking back, everything, pushing forward. So, yeah, for me, McTominay, man of match, hands down.
Do you want to touch on the midfield, Kahinde? Because Bath Time saying here, Sabitzer needs a bit more guile in his attacking runs. He's never been, he's never between the lines for cutbacks, always trying to get in front of his man. How do you think about those two today? And also, he's saying here that Sabitzer plays the false 10 role better than Weghorst, to be fair. I mean, yeah, these are midfielders we're talking about.
I don't know about that. With Sabitzer, like I said, jury's still out. I don't want us to sign him permanently because he's put in decent performances, but nothing outstanding to say, yeah, we should sign him. He's been at Bayern Munich for however long. He was like a young prodigy. He hasn't really done that great in his career. He's 28 now, and I don't think he's put in any great performances for us, any outstanding performances. McTominay, it's a tough one because I feel like we do need a proper CDM when Casemiro's out, and Casemiro's 31, he gets suspended and things like that if he gets injured. And McTominay does a decent job, but it's just my thing with him is like I'm saying, like playing the role properly, coming into as a back three, receiving the ball and things like that. But you always get he does try. You can't deny that his running and his work rate is very good. I wouldn't say he's my man in the match today. I thought he played better against Brentford, but he got the goal, and that relieved everyone's nerves and broke the deadlock. So yeah, he put in another good, decent performance. But Bruno free today, him dropping as an 8 because I know with you, bro, you've had issues with Bruno over the past few seasons about his work rate and him not doing enough, him getting away with playing that 10 role.
Not about his work rate, let's be clear, about him playing too far forward. He should start his position, should be deeper. I've always said he should play a lot deeper and then build up to the team.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not work rate. Never criticize the work rate.
Yeah, but this is what we're seeing because when he's playing as a 10, sometimes he won't be in the game. But him dropping deep and spraying balls, he's showing all his technical ability. I'd like to see him do that more in the future. Like, if players are not available, because the only reason he's doing that is because Eriksen and Casemiro are not playing.
Okay. Big talk here now. This talking point. Want to go into have a conversation about this. Eriksen came back today. Been out since January. Brian's saying here, good to see Eriksen back and Martial scoring. Great comments. We're going to talk about that. Eriksen coming back. I mean, for me, fantastic. Even when he came on the pitch, pop, pop, pop. My pace. You play to my pace. I'm dictating everything out here right now. I love the guy. The fans love him. I know if you were at the game today, you would have been giving him one of those big applause that he got when he came on the pitch. Fantastic player, man. And we had no one since in his absence to do what he does. And in the space of time he came on, he was able to remind us about what he's about. Proper player, just dictates everything and plays at his pace. I just love him. And I think it's really important to have someone like him, especially coming back in now. To the big games coming up, Seville, and we've got semi-final FA Cup next week. To have him on the bench or in this first team makes a world of difference into controlling games again. Let's talk about Eriksen. Return of Eriksen.
I mean, like you said, we've got about another 9 games in April, haven't we? We've got a big month coming up. So his return is immense, to be honest. He's a great player. He, like you say, he dictates the game. It's a bit like Paul Scholes. plays at his pace, his tempo, and that is what we've missed. So with Casemiro coming back on Thursday, Eriksen back in the squad. I know we're going to talk about Rashford in a bit, but yeah, it's all good that Eriksen's back.
And just talk about the wide men while you're there. So we had the wide men. We got started with Rashford and with Anthony and Sancho. Performance today. What would you give them? Score them.
I'll give them like maybe 7s. Yeah, all of them 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same with you, Stuart.
Yeah, I think the same. I think Rashford was quiet. I mean, you know, he's busy around the 18-yard box, isn't he? But Sancho for me was, because of his work rate and everything else, Sancho was the best out of them lot today, I think, for me.
Okay. Guys, talk about Rashford now. Now, that's the only sort of downer on this game, I reckon. Him limping off, pulled a groin, looked like straight away he knew it, and he decided to come off. I was even thinking, just put him on a stretcher. Don't make him walk, because it's such a long walk, isn't it? To go down that tunnel. It's not that halfway line. This tunnel's already the other end of the pit. I think you can put him on a stretcher or put him on a wheelchair, pinch one of the wheelchairs from there, and wheel him down there, you know? But what sort of impact is this injury going to have on because Bath Time is saying groin injury is 4 weeks. I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, it can be sooner than that. But especially when you're sprinting like he does throughout the game. Is this really doom and gloom for Man United right now, Stuart?
I wouldn't say doom and gloom.
What would you do? How would you set up with Rashford not being there, maybe?
Well, what we're going to do, we're going to have to start with Weghorst up top on his own, and I think it's going to have to be Anthony and Sancho on each flank. It's not doom and gloom at all. I mean, we've still got plenty of goals in this team on Monday. Of course, we're going to miss him, but you know, until later on today, we're not going to know the full extent of the injury. But it's definitely not going to be fit for Seville on Thursday. No way, no chance.
Kahinde, what would you do? Your coach, Rashford, guy gets all your goals. He could be injured for a few weeks. How would you set up with the front four? What would you do now?
You could stick Martial up top and put Sancho and Anthony on the wings, and you could even play Bruno as the 10 or Weghorst as a 10. I don't think it's a huge blow. I think even with Rashford out, we still got enough to finish in the top 4 and get to the final of the Europa League.
Are you saying that with chest?
Yeah, because Martial coming in today, it's like, and Rashford set him up and scored, but he's like a proper striker. Like Rashford has got 28 goals this season, but when he's played up top, like even today, you see he's not a natural goal scorer. Like he's always scores those type of goals that you don't expect him to, but the ones that you expect a number 9 to finish, he doesn't really finish. And Martial was just there today, just finished it, and it's really good to see Martial back.
Just for example, like you said, there's a header that came in. I don't know if anyone remembers it. And Rashford actually missed the header. He closed his eyes.
Yeah.
Didn't even get. I know he scored a couple of headers this year, which is like, oh, wow, it's good. But I thought that's a good chance for any good striker. You get a header on that, bam, he banged it in. But he actually missed the header because Pickford was coming out. You know what Pickford's done to Virgil van Dijk and all these guys who's come out with a crab and trying to hurt people. But yeah, I do agree with you there that Rashford, even though he scores lots of goals, I'm still never quite sure in one-on-one situations, as proven in again today. So I'm really like feeding off the confidence you guys are saying here, because I thought you guys would be all doom and gloom about Rashford being out, but seems like you're okay about it, Stuart.
Yeah, 100%. Like Gundy just said, it's going to be Martial or Weghorst. Personally, I'd probably start Martial on Thursday. If the worst case scenario, Rashford doesn't make it, start Martial. You know, he's back now. How long for? Because we know what his injury is. He's so injury prone. It's unbelievable. Which has pampered his career at United. But it's not doom and gloom at all Monday. No chance.
Fair enough. So we've got Seville coming up. But just if I finish up now with today's game, we got the 3 points. We just heard Brentford went 1-0 up, but it's disallowed. And that'd be nice if they beat Newcastle and we can have a little gap. But man of the match today, as I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, for me, was Harry Maguire. He came in the side today. I didn't expect him to be picked because he looks like he could be leaving the end of the season, and performed really well. We kept a clean sheet. He won all his headers. He won all his interceptions. His passing was very good as well, and really led the line. And there was times, obviously, he had to do the dark arts, put his hands on people and he had to sort of had a guy up against him. He was a very big and strong young guy. He managed him pretty well as well. So I'm going to give Harry Maguire man in the match. because I'm a defender myself as well, and I have to give props to people because they're it's unsung that they say, you're supposed to do that. And they rely on other guys. A man of the match should be someone in midfield or up front. But when you're defending, doing your job consistently, you've got to get props because it's a clean sheet and you didn't put a foot wrong, in my opinion. So, Harry Maguire, well done. You're back. I haven't got my mug with me, but I will be getting my mug up again. Don't forget, guys, you can buy your mugs from our man, Glenn. If you just go to the merchandise store, we'll put it up at the end of the show. Man of the match, Kahinde and Stuart, please.
It's tough for me. It's either Bruno or Martinez. I'm going to give it to Martinez because I just think he's so important in the way that we play, and it's his composure. And just like I said about McTominay not dropping deep and him just having that composure, just picking out those passes. So I'm going to give it to Martinez.
Martinez.
Yeah.
Okay. You give him good reason as well. Before I come to you, Stuart, Brian saying Bruno is man of the match. Rashford injury is very serious. There's a worry, says Red Devil Studio. Go and subscribe to Red Devil Studio, by the way. And Bruno's man of the match for me says bath time with Vaughan. Stuart, over to you. Man of the match, please.
Yeah, just quickly to reiterate what Kundi said there. Yeah, Leach is outstanding. He is every game, isn't he? And for me, personally, if Harry Maguire does leave, I would give the armband to Martinez next season. 100%, no doubt about it. But man of the match, yeah, Bruno run the show today. But for me, because of the amount of stick McTominay has been getting all season off United, he come in today and he done a bloody good job. Not just because of the great finish, but like I said, his work rate today was exceptional. He didn't put a foot wrong. A couple of this time passes, but unfortunately, I have to give man of the match to McTominay today. And that pains me to say that.
Well done. Fair play. It was great to see. I mean, I write people off all the time. When they come back and perform, it's good that you can do that, Stuart, and actually say, yeah, well done, lad. You've done well. Guys, let's just remind you, if you want your merchandise from Glenn, there's some fantastic mugs. You can get the Man United Agenda logo on it. You can also get your favourite player on the back. Mine is Maguire, as proven today with the man of the match performance. And the coasters as well. Beautiful coasters. I don't know, they're not really selling at the moment. So make sure you go and purchase them. And obviously we've got pens as well. So here's the website. I'm leaving it on screen for another 10, 20 seconds before we sign out. And give the last word to Kahinde and Stuart. We've got Seville coming up. We've got Brighton in the semi-final at the end of the week, next Sunday. How are you feeling about these games? These are cup games again. And there's a big, oh my God, when you look at this month, game after game after game. So the Prem, we've got our 3 points for the Prem. Over to you guys, but 2 cup games now. How important are the cups? What's more important for you as well? The cups, should we go in there with our strongest teams, or do we think about the Premiership? What's more important right now? Even though we're in the semi-final of the FA Cup and we're in the quarter-final of a big Europa League. Kahinde, final words, please.
Well, I said at the beginning of the season, the objective was to win a trophy and finish top 4. We've won a trophy already with the League Cup. Any other cup that we win now is a bonus for me. The most important thing is to finish in top 4 because it's Champions League football. It affects the transfers that we have as well. Like, if we don't finish top 4, we won't get the players that we want. So, if I was choosing next week which cup's more important, it would be Europa League, obviously, because, again, that's another route to the Champions League. I don't really care too much about the FA Cup. But it's a big week ahead, and I think we need to play our strongest squad, strongest team in both games.
Stuart, over to you. What do you think then?
Firstly, it's Forest away next Sunday, and then Brighton's the following Sunday.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, you're right. Sorry, forgive me, yeah.
Well, to be honest, I mean, we've won the League Cup. I know this, it's not the be on the end all, but just getting that top 4, I think we will get top 4, no doubt about it. But if we can win the FA Cup, beat City in the final, how good at the end of the season would that be?
Okay, just a couple of comments before we sign out. Box is saying first game at home. Yes, it is against Seville, isn't it? First game at home. Yeah. We've got bath time. He knows all about Spain. He said, I wish I could go to Seville. Have fun to anyone who's going. Best city in Europe. Yeah, I wonder why. Box is saying win the home game 5-0. Then send the kids and Phil Jones over for the second leg, if you could do that. I don't know what this is about. Can we make sense during bath time saying, yes, Stuart, you live in the MC Light now? Is that flag down? I don't know what bath time's saying there. And Ed Mayhem saying man of the match is Bruno. So we had 3 different man of the match. I said Harry Maguire, Martinez from Kahinde, and you said McTominay. And people say Bruno. 2 people, bath time and Ed Mayhem, saying Bruno in the comments as well. Guys, what a wonderful start to the weekend. I've got plenty of lovely things to do now. How are you spending the rest of the weekend, guys? It's been, let me say, I got up early this morning, went for a walk, went to Austin Hill with the dogs, and went to the park as well straight afterwards. And I was nearly falling asleep from the fresh air that I absorbed just walking around today. The dogs are sleeping, everyone's happy, and I'm going to have a rest of a lovely day. What are you guys doing for the rest of the day?
I've got to pick up Mum from the station later on.
Is she back? Oh, my mum's been in Barcelona.
From Barcelona, I'm going to pick her up and stuff. I've got to get something else for her from next, the delivery and things like that. So just running a few errands.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, just going to eat, chill out, and just enjoy the weekend.
And Stuart, what are you doing for the rest of the day?
I've got to take the dogs out in a minute. It's my duties. And obviously, It's a lovely day. Then I've got to go and pick my semi-final ticket up this evening. So
yes. Good stuff. Good stuff. I can't wait. I mean, it's looking good for the rest of the season, isn't it, for Man United? But from the Man United agenda, we're signing out. What a good win. And I'm really pleased. Thanks to everyone in the comments, especially Box Bath Time, Emma and Ed Mayhem, all you guys that joined in today. We're signing out. It's been a good day. Unless, Friday was Good Friday, but this is a better Saturday, as I say. Enjoy your weekend, bank holiday weekend, guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.